in a lot of the difficulties that we have. In Australia, we've had floods, fires, now we have COVID, we have the pandemic. In some other countries, they have all of those, some of them even worse. So the floods are worse often because they haven't got the infrastructure to deal with the water, and so on. Some have been through genocide, horrific torture, persecution, and of course wars. And the recovery from some of these can take years, perhaps never. I remember growing up and hearing of men who had been through the Second World War and they never ever recovered. Often they were depressed, lived alone, alcoholic, whatever. And they're saying now too, with people with our recent events here in Australia, the recovery will take years. Not so much physically and in terms of business and social life, but in terms of people's own personalities, their own psyche. So the recovery time is years and years, and perhaps they'll never really recover from it. However, we also hear that people come through that with incredible resilience and incredible faith. That happens not only here in Australia, but also in other countries, in other places, where people for different reasons may have lost many members of their family. They'll never forget them. Perhaps in some ways they never recover, but they come through with incredible resilience. For human beings are incredibly resilient. How many times I've seen on news footage, people being interviewed, their houses, everything they have is gone. And they say, it's okay. We're all alive. The family is alive. The dogs are alive. We'll get on. We'll go on. And that happens with fires, floods, all kinds of things. How we come through after this COVID, this pandemic, we have yet to see. But many families have lost family members. It's been incredibly difficult, is incredibly difficult. Some countries, I believe, haven't even seen the worst of the pandemic yet. It's really only getting started. But resilience, and that also is faith. A little while ago I spoke about our readings from one of the Sundays where God said, apart from me all is nothing. And that's where I think that resilience of the human spirit comes from, and the resilience of our faith. Our faith in God, our faith in each other, our faith in humanity, our faith in life. Life will go on. The human race is basically good, and people help each other. We have so many stories about people helping each other, and people turning to God, turning to Jesus Christ and saying, thank you for helping us survive. Look after those who have not survived. And we all know when people die, particularly if they die tragically, we never ever forget. Never forget. A friend of mine said his wife died rather suddenly at not a great age, and they were deeply in love with each other. And he said to me one day, he said, people say, oh, over time you forget, you get over it. He said, don't believe them. Don't believe them. You never ever get over it. And that's true, but we go on because we have faith, and we have faith in God, in Jesus Christ, and we say, okay, that's happened. I feel the pain. I will always feel the pain. And so all of these things are part of who we are as people, part of who we are as church, that we go on, that we carry on with life, we pick up again, we have faith, we believe. And in this too, there's a big mission for the church. At the moment with the pandemic, many people don't go to the church. We are not having good community celebrations of the sacraments and of prayer. What will happen afterwards, I don't know. Will people come back, or will they continue on their journey elsewhere? So we have a big work to do now and into the future of evangelizing, of reaching out to everyone and saying, listen, do you know this person called Jesus Christ? Let me introduce him to you. So that is our mission now. Not only to survive, but to survive well, and to survive in a missionary spirit of taking our faith to others. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day on mission. Thank you for being with us.